We do see the keeper over the light picked up for Team Liquid. Very strong hero. We also saw that in the previous series, doing an excellent job. But last time we saw this, it was paired up with that Huskar game. And with Huskar banned out, and Ascomanni not going to take it themselves, they have to look for their probably safe laner in this scenario, unless they want to reveal their mid.
Juggernaut. It is their safe laner.
It's a very safe pick.
Ascomanni does have last pick, so I imagine they would want to save their mid.
Yeah, they don't want to reveal the strategy just yet because, like I said, stated before, they can run the Kunkka in the off lane if they want to, and they can run the Tiny in the mid if they want to. So there's a lot of flexibility for Team Liquid's picks right now, which allows them to just kind of hold a grasp on this draft. Got the 15 seconds. They ban out the Death Prophet again. Very safe ban indeed. That was the last pick they had in their previous series before this. Ascomanni. And then Liquid. I mean, in my opinion, they're also looking for a mid.
They could run the Kunkka mid.
So in reality, whatever Ascomanni's ban here will be very determined on whether or not they think that they're going to run the Kunkka mid or they're going to run the Kunkka off. We could see a morph, because chat seems to be liking that morphling a lot. Run the morph in the mid, actually. Morph mid is not that bad anymore. They ban out the troll. Actually, that wouldn't have been that bad of a pick. Troll would have had some nice sustain. It actually helps with the Keeper of the Light, the Will-O-Wisp. That's a Acorn. Will-O-the-Wisp holding over the heroes while just Troll whacks on them.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, for anybody that's wondering, for those of you who might not have been watching, this is the new Liquid stack. The old Liquid stack, I believe, is still a release roster. I don't think they, I don't even think they've even signed anyone yet. I haven't checked. But yes, this is the new Team Liquid, and this is the old alliance that is Team Liquid now. They signed on the whole entire roster. But even the old roster doesn't really match. It's just like, well, no, actually, they got third in TI, obviously, so they're still extremely strong, but there might have been some other things that were going on.
Alright, sorry about that. I had some issues with my mic.
It's all good, because nothing was really happening, and I was talking to myself. But they are going to pick up the Zeus again, hopefully trying to make a return with that one hero that seemed to do relatively well. So at this point, if they run the Kunkka mid, I think Kunkka... Actually, this is exactly like I proposed in the draft last time. If Kunkka ends up mid, he could still win against the Zeus.
I think we are going to see it. It worked last time. If it ain't broke, right?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix. Which means Liquid have the opportunity to end up picking their safe laner hero. I don't think we'll see the Spectre this game. We might have a different one. I still... No, because if they pick up Morphling, it's weak to the Legion Commander duel. Because I don't remember... No, you can't actually shift while in duel still. So... Maybe.
Phantom Assassin.
Okay, I don't... I cannot offer words on a PA pickup, because PA is extremely susceptible to literally everything in the game. Could die to duel, could die to jug spin, could die to Zeus existence. Like...
But she can also jump on Zeus's existence.
And try to remove him from said existence.
Yes, and really take out the backline that Ascomanni is going to rely on.
Yeah, it's... I mean, it's clear that this is going to be an immediate BKB rush. Like this has to be a BKB rush game.
Oh,
Like,
Absolutely.
Desolator into BKB. Maybe not even skipping the Deso. Maybe just goes straight into the BKB. No Battle Fury. No nothing like that. Can't go super greedy unless the lane goes extremely well. In which case, I think PA and Dark Willow will probably be that lane. Because they want to throw the Keeper with probably Boxy. In the alternate
Keep
lane.
his mana up, keep the Juggernaut pressured.
Yeah, so I think this, as much as I want to say this is a Team Liquid draft, I feel like the Ascomanni draft is way stronger against the Phantom Assassin. But, you know, I've been surprised before, and the PA could just turn around, get an early BKB, and just absolutely dominate this game.
We'll see. Maybe they're planning on tri-laning with her to protect her while she's super vulnerable.
I'm really hoping that is the play, because I think a tri-lane's the only way that they're going to be able to sustain her and keep her in the game. They could actually run this as like a soft support Tiny, but still be a 3-farm Tiny, and then have them be in the lane at the same time. But I really don't think so. Higgy.
Prepare for battle.
Nay, and so do
Not bad at all.
That's a nice keeper emote there. I think one of my favorite ones is actually one of Undying Silver one. I think it's just I Hate Life. Probably one of the better ones. I think there was an Oracle one that's also just I Want to Die. There's a lot of really good Dark Silver emotes. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Ascomanni will be on the side of the rating again. The Juggernaut will be played by Ace. Master Risk on the Undying yet again. Hesta Joe will be on the Legion Commander, and Zeus in the mid, played by Baby Knight. And Rubik, played by
30 seconds.
Noye. Got it right. Somebody in the chat said that's how you pronounce it, and if it's going to be wrong, then I'm going to fire that guy.
Noye.
Noye. I have it
And
written.
also Taiga.
Taiga. Yeah, that's what I got too. It's basically you're saying the language Thai, and then just ga. So I got that one written down too. I'll still pronounce Insania the way I do because I am friends with him and he knows I do this on purpose. He's going to be playing the Keeper of the Light. The Kunkka will be played by Koifa in the mid. Phantom Assassin by Mickey.
Does manage to snag that root.
So it looks like it will be a 3-1 for the side of Liquid. I believe it was 3-1 last game as well. No, actually it was a 2-2 even. The Tiny by Boxy. And Dark Willow by Taiga. Taiga. Oh, I could just say Tiger, basically.
Yes.
Taiga. With a silent R.
Been already on to Boxy. With
Well.
that decay stack on him.
Boxy's in a bit of trouble. They do manage to toss him away, but Ace already using spin. So Taiga going to be in a bit of problems here, but he has 6 tangos, 3 wand charges, and a salve, as well as a fairy fire. And a mango, so he's got a lot of regen. He's going to stoke the next set of creep waves, take them onto the side ancients as well. Side ancients.
My horse says nay, and so do I.
Now you see Insania trying to go for Noye. Getting really low here. Will salve up. Needs one more right click after this one, and we'll find it. Easy first blood.
Joe might have the return.
Insania getting pretty low, though. Mickey coming in with a stun. Or slow, pardon. Ah, yes. Another new taunt. Everyone's playing with fire up in this top lane. Legion's actually really good against all these heroes, as they like to always crowd on top of their creeps.
My horse says
And die.
and so do I.
Insania is going to do this the whole entire game. Well,
Down on bottom. Master Risk was moving in on Boxy.
Ace trying to prep a spin, but not really going to find a good jump on anybody in that scenario. Koifa picking up an arcane rune, actually, that's super good for a Kunkka with level 2 tied. Especially against a Zeus who has to force to bottle all the time. I still manages to get the click on Baby Knight. It's just another hard lane for Zeus. Like I don't really know how they'd end up making a change on this one. Boxy. So the farm is actually a lot better than I expected. PA's being able to get farm, though it has to go 13-1 to the 15-0 of Mickey up in this top lane. And he is practically soloing as Noye is just clicking out in creep waves in the mid. Baby Knight. It's not going to go down. Just calls in another salve, and no doubt we'll have to call the courier again for another salve in like 10 minutes. It always feels bad when the only thing you're going to do with the courier is just continually calling out salves.
And your early gold, too.
He's going to bring a raindrop out. Unfortunately, that doesn't really work that well against Kunkka, as Tidebringer is physical and Torrent is not exactly like 75 direct damage. So I imagine... No, he's actually just legit getting a raindrop, so maybe prepping for eventual ganks from the Tiny in the later game. Or Taiga just maybe running around, trying to get a jump with Shadow Realm. Do see...
Low?
Just one more click away, but he'll be fine this time around. Oh, Koifa with a DD rune. He already has double bracers. This man is farmed. Zeus can do literally nothing this whole game because Koifa's walking around with a DD rune. 4.5 minutes in. He's just got so much money.
It does seem that they... on bottom, it looks like Boxy's getting spun on. And he will fall.
Poor lad. They will throw down the level 1 tombstone. It's like Taiga will actually end up getting the kill on the tombstone. So still some return gold, but not exactly the trade you want to get with a dead hero. Courier just chilling. Alright, we're good. Baby Knight torrented up in the mid. No boat just yet, but Koifa's just got so much farm. Doesn't even matter. Baby Knight's... I don't really know how Baby Knight can win this lane. Like, he'll have to have people... I'm not pronouncing Koifa like that. I don't think there's anything that Zeus is going to be able to do to win this game. Baby Knight's just stuck in the mid, and there's nothing they could... Can't really go into the jungle, nothing like that.
Up on top, Hessy Joe trying to get the courier. Does not get it, gets slowed by
Koifa here,
Mickey.
though. He has the boat, as well as the Keeper Wave goes through. This looks like a dead Legion. Nothing they could do this time around. But they do manage to find a return kill on Taiga down in the bot. Getting pretty low here. Baby Knight will give him one last bolt to the face. Sorry, Arc Lightning, because the other ability is called Lightning Bolt.
And a regen rune. For Koiwa. I don't think Zeus has gotten a single rune in this game.
Yeah, he's just been massively denied his whole entire existence in this mid lane. Koifa just absolutely annihilating Baby Knight. He does get 6 off this range creep, though, so he'll be able to help global fights soon here, which I think if they were going to start a fight anywhere would be down in bottom. Healing ward out for Ace. It's pretty low. Can't really CS that well in this lane. And, oh, yes, the Shadow Realm to kill the ward and also even kills the courier. Oh, Koifa. Oh, he's setting it up. He's ready to dive Baby Knight underneath the tier 2 and tier 1 tower. Oh, but now they see Noya. He's not going to engage on that one, and he'll phase boot out of it and try to walk away, but this could end up walking up to Hestejo and maybe set up a team fight there. There's no Radiant Ward scouting this out, but soon he'll walk within the tower circle range.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it looks like they'll just leave it be for the time being. But now we see down in bottom, Taiga might be in a bit of trouble here. There's 3 heroes as well as a courier, and they will end up getting the kill.
And a bonus ward.
Easy muns.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortification being expended. I don't exactly know where that fortification was supposed to be for, because both bot and mid creeps were basically 1 strike away. Maybe try to buy more time for Baby Knight to walk back into the mid here. Now we see the level 7 PA trying to kill off Hestejo, getting 2 crits in a row. Kunkka comes in here, drops the X mark, and he's dead.
Master Risk does rotate, but it's too late.
Yeah, there's nothing that he could really do. Now we just see PA, like you were saying. I guess I was completely wrong. He's having a whale of a time farming away at 54-7 to the 38-1 of the Legion Commander. I don't want to say this game already looks in Liquid's favor, but I still think the draft is still nicely on the side of Ascomanni instead. Ascomanni seemed to have more of a stable early game draft where like PA still needs to build up items a little bit, but since she's leading in the not in the network, not in CS. Oh. All right, PA is still going Battle Fury.
Battle Fury.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of continuing a build on... God, stop with the laugh emotes. Holy moly.
I wonder why I'm not a big fan.
It's just... Like, Battle Fury seems weak. It doesn't give a lot of damage in comparison to being able to just get early kills with a Desolator. But I guess they want to go for the 15% lifesteal at 15 tout instead of 25% cleave. So half the time people do end up going for that 25% cleave instead.
And I suppose the Zeus is having so much of a non-game that they don't really feel the need to rush the BKB.
Speaking of Zeus having a non-game, Qualifier runs in. X marks, boat, torrent, wombo combo. Smack to the face, Keeper Wave goes through as well as a click, but Baby Knight still survives, and they can't risk sticking that TP. The Omni Slash goes through. It actually might find both of them. No, it just finds Qualifier. Actually, no, they find both, and they trade 2 for 1 there, and that's definitely worth it. Of course, the Zeus doesn't want to be dead again. In fact, hang on. Might find Taiga off of the side here. Alright, well, they're not going to find him. So, ask Nami now. I was going to look at the fight recap, but disappeared too quickly. Keeper Wave goes through, just trying to hold off a defense here. The cannon within the dying range, but not really going to be able to do any aggression on that one. 10 minutes in, jump over to net worth chart. We see the Kunkka leading the top, 5,000 high. Looks like he's got the drums and probably going to go the Radiance. It just seems like it's the very static build now for the Kunkkas. End up going Radiance instead of the old-fashioned Armlet Daedalus Shadowblade, or Armlet Shadowblade Daedalus. But basically just Armlet and like any other miscellaneous items. Sometimes the Heaven's Halberd, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's picked up in this game. Actually, it's not that bad of an item. Versus the Juggernaut and the Legion, which the Juggernaut, running second in the net worth at 5-4, is also going to work for the drums. So, no Battle Fury Rush for him, which most people don't do that anyway. They just go for the Maelstrom instead. Now the PA running at 5-4 is actually doing a pretty good time with all that farm and all that muns. Just continually farming away in the jungle. That Battle Fury actually is going to be up pretty quickly. Very well timed.
And then bottom.
Looks like they're trying to set up for a bot tower take here. It's at half HP. It's probably the first tier 1 they really want to go for here so they can start putting some aggressive wards down in their own jungle. Boxy, though, might be trying to... Oh, actually, no, there's nobody here now, so it's just Boxy. So he has no idea that the rest of Ascomanni is chilling out on the side here, but he can read the room a little bit better than most. He'll just start walking away just in case.
Koila does grab a DD and looks towards Baby Knight.
Yep, X marked up into the boat, DD rune, and that's an easy KO. An easy click as well, the DD rune, yeah, giving him that extra damage. Going to work there. But now with that, you know, they have an opportunity maybe to try and get a kill on this bot lane, but Boxy just seems too durable to just get an engagement upon right now. Ring of Basilius, he's got the bracer as well, shield. He's got, actually he hasn't even spec grown, he just has 9 armor. Oh, he's under the tower too, so he has 6. Now we see Koichva though, he's walking into a very bad precarious location. Drops the X mark out onto Hestajo. Actually, no, he X marked himself. Misses actually the X mark on Hestajo though. The root's going to be there. They do want to pop the fear here. The duel is available, but they do manage to push away with the keeper, which means the fear was practically worthless. They do have a nice will-o-wisp though. And that will slow down the whole entire aggression, and that will allow everybody to get out of there.
And that rotation by Insania completely saved that fight.
Yeah, and they'll just shrine up and probably just go try and do a reset. Maybe try to take a different tower. Mid tower, probably the closest objective they could go for. And this is something that I do want to point out, is that not in our last game, because the game with the Terrorblade wasn't actually this series, but going back on the Terrorblade game that we've casted earlier, the PA is free farming completely and entirely, and they're not doing anything about it. I mean, I say that though, Juggernaut is trying to clean up some creeps, but like, if PA just continually gets this free farm and they don't do anything to contest it, this could just be an easy walkthrough for them again. She is second in the net worth as well, and that Battle Fury is going to be really close. 200 gold away, Keeper taking the rest of it. So he does have the Demon Edge now. All we need is the recipe, which is just 300, so it's not even that hard to get, and the Battle Fury will be up extremely soon. While the Kunkka, sitting at 24 in the pocket. I imagine this is still the Radiance, though, so we don't really need to see what else is going to happen there. Keeper Wave goes through. It's only a level 3 Keeper Wave, so it doesn't even deal max damage. And then there's a duel. Insta-duel. Insta-dead. That's a nice duel as well, though. Puts the Keeper down for 24, and his first duel damage win as well.
And Rubik managed to grab the Illuminate.
Yep, so now he can counter out push waves, as we can see here down in the bot. Does a decent damage to Koifa. They do have Taiga sitting on the sidelines here, so they will be able to get the easy escape. 7.7 on the Kunkka here, 3,000 high. I'm going to keep on going back to it, and it's like, even though we know exactly what's going to happen, I sit there in all hopes and dreams that some other item will be picked up. But it's not going to be a Divine Rapier this early.
Oh, the combo on Legion Commander bottom. X marks and Terrorize. Curse Crown. Is not enough. Do we have 2 rotations?
They're not able to get the Fear off in time, and the duel will go down. Taiga confirms the kill. Be an easy clean for them. It's unfortunate, too, because now they just don't have the... Oh, actually. Oh, she didn't end up getting the Terrorize off. I thought she did, and it didn't do anything. And I'd love to say, oh man, boat's down, but boat's an extremely quick cooldown. There's really no problem with that being down. How are we looking at our PA Battle Fury timer? I think she got it, actually.
She has it.
Yeah, she already got it.
Deso next. No, not Deso next. Just picking up a casual Blightstone and then building her BKB next.
Yeah, I think this is a much better idea now that she's got that damage from the Battle Fury instead of going into the Desolator. You would basically substitute that factor. So since he's got this Battle Fury now, doesn't really need to worry about beelining the Desolator. And like I pointed out during the draft, like it has to be an immediate BKB rush for this to be justified. Now the Battle Fury has been revealed as Ace is getting cleaved underneath the creep wave. And now Ace is like, man, why don't I have that kind of farm? Well, that's probably because you decided to go for a Yasha and drums first. They do find the duel out on Taiga, and he is going down indefinitely. And Koifa trying to get out of there, expending the drum charge, but they do have Blink on Oh, well, Legion's not going to dive under the tower, though. But they do want to expend some rotations for this. They do want to try to defend this tower because it's a nice tower for lane domination. They do manage to get Hesta Joe at half HP. Boat goes through. Omni Slash, though, goes on Boxy, but the Rum is going to slow everything down. Will-O-Wisp as well gets thrown down. PA coming in, though, trying to clean up what they can. They try to get the kill. They find Hesta Joe. Keeper Wave comes through. It's not going to help off Mickey, but he will be able to get out of there. Ace really wants to find this PA kill. Will manage to blink away to Insomnia, and they'll be able to disengage from this one. No problem. And maybe just try to turn around and find Baby Knight on the hill there, but they don't get him in time. Boxy's like, all right, well, it's time to leave. They will manage to get that Observer. Arcane Rune on the bot as well. I was going to say, could probably go to the Tiny.
Deny on the mid tower from Boxy.
And so they do end up losing that gold, but at the same time, that tower being down, as I mentioned in the previous game, they now have this whole entire vision area where they could just start putting down wards and control the whole entire upper lane area as well as the mid. In reality, almost every team wants to end up getting the mid tower and the off lane tower quicker because that allows you the domination of the farming triangle, but it seems like out of the games we've casted, nobody really is abusing the farming triangle as much as they always have.
Well, recently there was a patch where neutral creeps aren't giving as much gold. Perhaps that's the reason?
Oh, that's right. They nerfed it again in 22H by 5%, I think. They nerfed the XP and bounty by 5%. Yeah, that makes sense. Gaben just really doesn't want people to jungle.
I'm okay with that.
Well, I mean, he's reducing all of this stuff, and he's just making it real hard for people to jungle. Just bring back Iron Talon at this point. Or at least Poor Man's Shield. Please. Gaben, I know you're listening. I know you watch BTS VODs when you're done with the day. Bring back either of the two items, please. Mostly PMS. Not Iron Talon. I played too many Iron Talon Nature's Prophet games to actually want Iron Talon back. I almost thought there was going to be an Omni down with the bot, but it's just me watching a crit swing on a creep.
Looks like both teams will just trade tier 1 towers.
Yeah, that's good, but Ascomanni getting the higher advantage because now they have the map domination. They won't farm off the triangle, unfortunately, but since the triangle is not something they go for anymore. Oh, they do manage to find Baby Knight. They drop the Will-O-Wisp. They have massive TPs coming in there, and now they need to blink out, and they do indeed, but the duel comes in on the Keeper, but he manages to get the Blinding Light and should slow down the duel here, and in fact, Tiny comes in as well, tossing him away. They could actually get the kill counteracted, but they won't. They do manage to steal the Tiny toss as well from the Rubik, so that's a really good steal there. The Rubik doesn't have a Blink Dagger quite yet, but this will still allow him to set up a lot of fights. Being able to toss people out of that one. Or into that one, pardon. You do see the Juggernaut in the river. Fear goes out immediately. Boxy comes in with the damage. And now they're looking to try to finish off kill, though. Ace is going to throw down the spin and be able to get out of that one. And now Taiga is going to be lifted, tossed directly underneath the tower, and set to half HP. He's got a wand to try and heal himself way up, but now he's got Noya. Noya ends up going down in exchange, and now PA trying to blink out. Will end up blinking out. Boxy pinging himself as well. Trying to get himself out of there. This is the BKB! Coming in, they're doing as much damage as possible. The toss, though, the boat comes in. Legion Commander lifted up into the air, click down. Now we're seeing PA trying to find for another kill. Koifa is chasing down Ace, and they're looking real hard. They managed to find Master Risk on the backlines. They really want this kill. They miss it with the Torrent, but it doesn't matter because they have the X mark. They get the vision, and that's a 5-man wipe. Again, a lot of good 5-man wipes coming in this series. Liquid benefiting almost every single time. They lost 0 heroes in this transaction. No, they lost Taiga, but I think he's perfectly okay with being exchanged on that one. Counter fortification being thrown out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, looks like they'll clean up the creeps there. They expend the fortification and the double fortification as well.
Scanning.
Scan goes out. Nobody's end up doing the Roche. I don't think they'd be able to afford doing the Roche yet, and I think I just saw the Radiance on Kunga. No, he's had it, actually. Holy moly. He's had it a long time. I wish we could see, like, the Dota Plus, I wish we could see, like, the Dota Plus item chart, like, in-game. Or, like, have, like, a little, tooltip on the item that says obtained when. But Valve wouldn't be able to do that. It's a small indie company.
Of course. Invis Rune on Taiga?
I don't think they'll really be able to... Oh, well, he's not Invis anymore, so I guess... I was going to say, I don't think he'd really set up on that one.
I thought he was just maybe scouting for Koiwa.
So,
but he was seen on the sentries on the high ground.
Yeah, so not going to try and engage on that one. Ace now with the S&Y. He's had it for quite some time, actually. I looked at him earlier, and he had S&Y into a Diffusal Blade queued up, and then S&Y into a BKB queued up, and now he's got S&Y into the Maelstrom queued up, and I think this is definitely the one. Ooh, does he now? He is a farmed boy. Top of the net worth at 15.1. And he's going to go for the Aghanim Scepter next. I really like the Aghanim Scepter. It sets the cooldown to blur to 12 seconds. It's super good. Resets all your cooldowns that aren't your items so long as you kill an enemy hero, which, I mean, he's having a great time doing that. Oh, baby. Oh!
Oh, deleted.
Insta-crit into the back. Easy backstab with an 1800 crit. Now with the Zeus dead, they're like, all right, let's Roche. He's level 20, the highest level in this game. There's no one even remotely close to him, except for Quaifa, who's 18. They do have a duel on the outside of the pit, though. They do manage to find Taiga pretty easily, though. They will just push back for the time being. PA sitting under the guise of Blur. Not of a smoke, but basically a smoke. While Ascomanni sitting out with a side of smoke as well. Yeah, this is just one of those big boy fights of who's going to take the Roche and who ain't going to take the Roche. PA comes in and has the Joe Smoke revealed as well. The Roche on
Joe Smoke was revealed, but PA's Blur was not.
Oh. Oh, actually, it looks like it just expired.
Yep. And then she managed to hide behind the Roche pit.
Oh, Ring of Aquila. Holy crap, I forgot about that one. The Ring of Aquila is not coming back, guys. There's no way that one is ever going to come back. People already still spam a Basilius. Whoa. PA lifted up. Are they going to go for a duel? The BKB and the Blade Mail thrown down? I don't think it'll matter, though, because T2 has a BKB. And now they find the kill because the Will-O-Wisp goes through, holds everybody in place, and kills them off ever so slowly. They're looking for more, though. They can see that No-Eye's up in the top here. They get the pull as well as the lift, the toss into the air, and No-Eye going down as well. And now they're going to clean up this Roshan. The only one alive is Zeus, and he TP'd to the bot lane. Roshan picked up on PEA. The Satanic is next. Oh, it's going to be even better than getting an Aghanim Scepter, I won't lie. So what are we looking for? Quaifa, his BKB is expended. I mean, everyone's abilities will be up and ready by the time they get in there. This tower is going to go down so quickly. Actually went for the -4 armor corruption, which is definitely a much better talent because that just burns away these towers. It's -11 armor. Tiny coming in, trying to find a target. He finds the Legion, but he can't quite get the toss. They will just leave off of that now that everybody is alive. Sonya down in the bot trying to clean up the creeps and will exactly do that. Blinding Light is such a good ability here. Zeus ultimate goes down. The courier being used as bait possibly as they can find a return though. Comes in with Mickey trying to do as much damage as possible on the PA. Baby Knight gets tossed into the fray as the X marks the spot and Bob will confirm the kill. They find a double as well. They do manage to... No, Baby Knight actually just activates Invis, so he's just not even here anyway. Ace getting pretty low as well. They're gonna... Oh! A 1200 crit to the back, killing him off indefinitely. Do find the keeper. They're looking for more, though. The stun goes through. Another 1200 crit to kill him off. This is ridiculous. Finding all the crits they need. And now they're looking for more. Actually, there is a Rubik out on the side here. The dagger goes through, and he goes down as well. Yet another 5-man wipe, and there's only 2 buybacks available.
3.
Well, there's 3, but they're okay.
I'm
They've
dying,
given
doesn't
up.
matter.
They've given up. Liquid are like, all right, we win this bad boy, no problem. With that being said, there won't be a tiebreaker game. Team Liquid take the victory 2-0, which ends the series on this bracket for today. Whew. What an amazing series. What an amazing set of games. Liquid ending this in 27 minutes, 22-11, with the absolute power of PA, despite the fact that I indefinitely doubted PA's capabilities. And we saw in this game that I was completely wrong, which is why I'm not the pro player, I'm just the caster. Yeah, we do end up seeing... Yeah, the PA went completely overboard. She got completely free farm up in the whole entire top lane. Nobody ended up doing anything about it. It's just... Raffle stomped through the game. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are done on this line for today. There might be a couple more games coming up. I don't think EU has any more. We do have SA, and we do have NA that's coming up on the channels as well. If they're not already playing, I'm pretty sure SA has already started. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching and dealing with the fact that I pronounce names wrong completely on purpose because I like to trigger the chat. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. And Shell, anything you'd like to say upon leaving?
Thank you, chat. It was a pleasure being here.
This is also when you can, this is the opportunity you could use to end up plugging your Twitch in as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shameless plug?
Yeah, shameless plug all the time. I'm
Shell Spell on Twitch, Shell_Spell.
And then I'm just Party PD on Twitch, but I'm PD Dota on Twitter, but I don't really care about Twitter, I like Twitch better. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching here on the BTS 4 channel. We'll see you next time for some more Dota 2 action.